All right, we're jumping right into a really important safety warning. Toyota has just put out a major recall for its Proace and Proace Verso models. So if you happen to drive one of these or you know someone who does, you're definitely going to want to pay close attention. And this is no small thing. We are talking about a massive worldwide recall. It's affecting, get this, 166,018 vehicles. That is a huge number of vans and people carriers out there on the road that need immediate attention. So, seeing a number that big obviously raises the most important question, right? What is the actual danger here? Well, it's pretty serious. The official report warns about unpredictable vehicle behavior, which could mean a sudden loss of steering or control. And let's be real, unpredictable is the last word you ever want to hear when you're behind the wheel. To really get why this is happening, we need to dive into the nuts and bolts of it, quite literally. Let's break down the specific mechanical fault that's causing this whole recall. It all centers on a really key part of the front suspension. Okay, so think of the front control arm like this. It's the critical link that holds your wheel to the car's frame. It's what allows the wheel to move up and down with the suspension. But more importantly, it's absolutely fundamental for steering and just keeping the vehicle stable. You're relying on it every single second you're on the road. The whole chain reaction starts with something that seems kind of minor at first glance: corrosion. The recall notice says that rust can start to form on a part of that front control arm. And we're not just talking about a little surface rust here. This is the very beginning of a potential structural failure. And here's where the domino effect kicks in. That corrosion messes with the area around the main mounting bolt. Over time, the rust can actually attack the bolt itself, weakening it, making it brittle, until it just can't handle the stress of driving anymore. So, let's get to the bottom line. What happens when that bolt finally gives way? Well, the connection between your wheel and the vehicle's frame is suddenly compromised. This could make the car suddenly swerve, or you could lose steering. It would just become incredibly difficult to handle. It's a serious risk for an accident. So that's the what and the why. Now for the part that I'm sure matters most to any Proace owner watching: is your vehicle one of the ones affected? Let's figure that out. Okay, this slide has all the key info. We are talking specifically about the Toyota Proace and the Proace Verso. Now, the really critical detail here is the production window, vehicles that were made between March 3rd, 2016 and July 8th, 2022. If your vehicle was manufactured in that time frame, you need to take this seriously. But, and this is a really important point, just because your vehicle was made between those dates doesn't automatically mean it's part of the recall. These things are often tied to specific batches of parts or certain assembly lines. So, think of the date range as your big red flag, but you still need to get official confirmation. So, if your vehicle falls into that date range, what do you do right now? Well, the good news is there's a very clear, very simple action plan for you to follow to make sure your vehicle is safe. Let's just walk through it. First, you need to find your vehicle identification number, your VIN. It's usually right on your dashboard or on the driver's side door jamb. Next, you have to call an authorized Toyota dealer or workshop. Don't just go to any mechanic for this. When you call them, you're going to give them the recall code, which we'll show you on the very next slide. They'll use your VIN to confirm if your specific vehicle is affected, and if it is, they'll schedule the repair. And I have to stress this: the repair is completely free of charge. Here it is. This is the key piece of information you need for that phone call. The internal manufacturer code is CI25-016. Having this code ready is going to make the whole process so much faster and easier. Feel free to pause right here and write this down. Again, that's CI25-016. And I want to leave you with a direct quote from the source material because it really hammers home the urgency here. It says you should contact an authorized dealer immediately. This is not something you put off. The potential risk is just too serious, and the fix is free, so there's absolutely no reason to wait. You know, this whole recall is a powerful reminder that sometimes issues can pop up years after a car leaves the factory. It kind of leaves us with a final thought that goes way beyond just this one recall. Your car's history is its safety record. Do you really know what's in yours?